Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for the Expanse Season 2, Episode 7. So, as you guys might be able to hear in my voice, I have been sick. I'm still in the middle of my sickness, but I technically don't have to record these because I record ahead in case I get sick, but I kind of want to take my mind off things, so I'm hoping, as long as I'm sitting, I'm mostly okay. If I get up and try to move around, I get really winded and I feel miserable and get feverish real easy. But usually when I'm sitting here, I'm okay. So I'm hoping I can do an okay reaction for you guys. Hopefully I don't feel miserable or talking, because usually I'm sitting here quiet when I'm, not doing anything. And that's when I feel okay. Hopefully the talking doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, regardless, so if you're wondering, that's what's going on with me. Uh, but yeah, last episode we had flashbacks to Solomon Epstein, who made the Epstein drive, which allows them to move at the speeds in which they move now, which is really cool. We didn't get to see exactly what happened to him. We assume he just flew off to his death, but could there be more? I'm not sure. We had Christian trying to find Mao, who is kind of just off the reservation. We don't know what he's doing, what he's up to ever since all this went south. So, and we had that crazy. We had like the 30 nukes missing, which were taken by Typho Station. That sounded wrong, but anyway. And by Fred Johnson, I should say. And then we also had that crazy thing at the end with the Martians on Ganymede or whatever it was called, where they ran into that one, whatever that thing was, as humanoid in shape, but seemed like it might have been covered in, like fully covered in the protomolecule. So I'm really curious to see what that is. I don't know when we're going to learn more about that and when like more of our characters are going to encounter something like that, but yeah, so without further ado, let's jump into this episode, shall we? We're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Gonna be sipping on water throughout the thing too. Try my best to stay hydrated. My lips are insanely dry from being congested and sleeping a lot and sleeping, like, breathing through my mouth and everything. Alright, let's go. Red snow? Hmm. We saw it, like, look at her at the end of the episode, didn't we? Or did it leave because it thought she was dead? Or is this before that happened? Damn. So is the blood, like, leaving her suit and becoming, like, snowflakes because of how cold it is? Shit. Take the mech suit off, I guess. Jeez. Oh, Christian, I love you. It doesn't seem like they were, though. Yeah. Hmm. Damn. Damn. Giving her credit. Damn. Alright. Oh. We haven't seen him in a bit. Was that hinting at her maybe serving Anderson over Fred? They're both OPA, though, right? So technically they should be on the same side, but there might be different OPA factions. Hmm. I don't know, man. Uh-oh. Amos backstory? That seems like it shook something from his past loose to me. Only reason I said backstory was because usually, like, the kind of thing when he gets, like, shocked like that he would, like, we'd get a flashback or something, but it didn't seem to happen. Where are you going? What happened? Hey, this guy. She had her feet, right? Was it just the angle where I couldn't see them? I'm running from something. Don't just blame Earth, even though I know you hate him, but you don't know what. Oh, shit. That's not good. Okay, no, her feet are there. I think it was just the angle I saw it the first time. I thought they were just like nubs. I'm terrible with actors' names and stuff. I can recognize them, but most actors I don't remember names. So that that guy I couldn't tell you what the actor's name is, but I definitely seen him, obviously. Oh, interesting. Could something have happened to Amos similar to what happened to this guy? Mm-hmm. Amos, I don't know if you want to take advice from this guy. Oh boy. I hope Amos doesn't do it. Yeah, I mean, he just listed off all these different factions, right? Uh, Hmm. Anderson. Damn. Okay. Hmm. Oh boy. Hmm. He talks a good game, but I'm not a fan of fighting when it's not needed. Alright, Fred. Hmm. Oh. Alright, James. Hmm. I guess he is another Earther saying this, you know? No, no, no. Okay. But, hmm. Not the direction I thought he was going with that. Uh, she didn't get rid of the sample because she doesn't actually think it's over. Yep. Hmm. There were a lot of belters that died. Alright, she's out of the bed now. Hmm. Oh. Their little truth capsule thingy. Or, like, not truth capsule, but it allows them to, like, see... like, micro movements and stuff like that. Hmm. Come on, remember. Come on. No. Damn it. Oh, that was cool. The subtle background of, like, the shots and booms. Damn it. Uh, I mean, maybe that's what she did see. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Hmm. Man, Anderson Dawes came back in strong. Hmm. Damn. Hmm. Was he talking about Julie, maybe? Hmm. Man. I have a hard time getting a read on Anderson. I wonder if she'll have, like, a epiphany. I don't know. Huh. Jeez. Hmm. Hmm. So they even doubt her story? Hmm. I think she does remember. She just doesn't want to say it. She doesn't want to sound crazy, right? I think that's what's going on, right? Alright, we get to see them talk. Hmm. Oh. He's just trying to get the information from whoever he can. Hmm. It's gonna help her remember, maybe? Oh. I don't like that ringing. Hmm. Oh, look at that thing, yeah. There you go. There you go. Damn. Uh. Damn, look at that thing. Oh shit. Damn. Okay. What? Oh shit. He can tell? I mean, it's probably the sample Naomi, right? Is he wondering if it's really destroyed? Oh shit. Hmm. I don't think he knows anything, right? Maybe he does know more? Hmm. For 30 years. That's an interesting thought. Hmm. Maybe he does know more. I guess he was a part of that station, right? That station raid. Oh shit. I get bad vibes from this guy, I don't know why. But maybe not. Okay. Really interesting. As much as they want to be independent, they still follow similar structures to Earth. Oh. Mars is trying. Wow, okay. They're covering it up. Damn. Yeah. Okay. They're talking about like the G's and stuff earlier. I assumed she already knew she was going, but maybe I misunderstood that conversation. I don't think I caught his name. The guy who's been. Oh, is he gonna go look into what's left of the protomolecule? Maybe. See if it's still there. I don't know. Wait, what? Where is he? Oh no. What? Wait, what happened? How did he know to grab a gun? Was he coming for this guy first? Oh, Anderson got him. Damn, okay. They looped the feeds. Yep. Does she help Anderson, or... Okay. Maybe she doesn't have to do anything. Well, shit. Damn. And Cortazar is going to be able to lead to that sample that Naomi left. Okay. Did they have to leave without James? Is that what just happened? Or did he get on last minute? Cool. Oh shit. Hmm. Cool. What if it's like a dummy ship, though? Damn! Okay. That looks like the ship that took off, right? Damn. Oh, it's, Diogo? Oh, did they run away with two ships? Or did they never even leave? Yeah, somehow they got two ships out, I guess, right? Well, damn. That is it, guys, for episode 7. That was like, it doesn't feel like a ton happened, but a lot happened, if that makes sense, right? Like, nothing insanely crazy happened, but we got, like, a lot of information, right? Anderson Dawes is back in the picture. We had him kind of going to all the, like, he had his public conversation, and then he had private conversations with everyone, just doing whatever he can to find out about the weapon. Unfortunately, Diogo is young and ambitious and, you know, isn't as committed to the others, and so he gave up enough information for them to find out about the scientists. So Diogo probably doesn't know about the proto molecule, but he knows about the scientists they went and got, which they still had one captured, which he knew about, and that's what Dawes went after. Man. Um I mean, obviously, after what Dawes did to, oh wow, why am Miller? Spacing on the name for a second there. after what Dawes did to Miller, I don't like dropping him in that airlock and gonna have him killed and everything. I don't really have much faith in Dawes, even though he spits a good game. Like, what he's saying, some of it makes sense to me, you know? But the problem is we have Fred who's trying to broker a peace, and I am much more a peaceful person than a war person. I understand that sometimes you have to fight back, sometimes you have to, sometimes war will happen, but I think it should only happen after every other option is exhausted. So, uh, yeah, that's my opinion. But right in the beginning of the episode, though, we had 3,000 dead on Ganymede, which is crazy. That is a lot of loss, and they talked about how it's like the bread and butter of the outer planets and everything, so that hurt them big time. The only living witness was Draper, which is interesting. We have Christian. I'll get into Draper's story in a few here. We have Christian with the Peace Summit. I really liked her really pushing for the peace stuff and what she had to say about it and bringing up examples from the past and stuff like that. And it seems like she convinced that guy to me. So that was really cool. I really like Christian. Once again, I'm a more peaceful person, so if we can push for peace over anything else, that's what I much prefer. So seeing her be so adamant about peace makes me really enjoy her character. Sorry if I'm a little bit less long-winded in my discussion here, because, I mean, as you can hear, I'm kind of congested, and constant talking makes me, like, be a little long-winded, it seems like. So, I'm just trying to bullet point a little bit more. We had Amos with a little bit of his, like, talking about how he felt something that he hasn't felt for a while. It seems like he lost a lot of his emotions, and Cortazar was saying that he, like, suppressed them in order to do whatever work that he did before all this, in order to be a soldier or whatever Amos was before. He had to suppress all of those emotions and feelings, and it makes me wonder if he was, like, experimented on at all. I'm gonna cough 1 second. Okay. But I wonder if he was experimented on like Cortazar at all, or if it's just purely like a suppression of feelings, right? But he talked about it reminded of like him as a kid that something happened to his mom and this Lydia person that was his caretaker. So we got a little glimpse there. And they even mentioned like how Cortazar was saying he knew how to do what was done to him. So I really hope Amos doesn't take that, because I feel like Amos has just enough humanity left that he makes decent decisions. But I think his decision, like, obviously some of his decisions are extremely rash, but it's not to the point where I'm like, this character sucks, he needs to go, right? Where it's kind of like that with Cortazar, where, like, the people piss him off a little bit and he beats them to death with a bench, I don't want to see Amos go down that route, so I hope he doesn't do it. I mean, now that Cortazar is gone, maybe he won't even have the option to do it, but yeah. I like the conversation about Earther years, just something to touch on real quick here. The idea that these people who grew up in space are still judging their age off of Earth's years. I never really thought about that. And that's really interesting. I wonder how, like, I mean, it almost even seemed like Anderson didn't want that, but how would you judge? I mean, I guess you would just have to change the whole system, right? But how would you judge age then, if you didn't judge it off the revolution, or I think that's the wrong word. Basically, the Earth's rotation, right, is what I'm trying to say. Um, so that's really interesting. Hmm. I mean, obviously, you could find like, because I mean, technically, their days and stuff would be similar too, right? Like, I don't know. It's really fascinating to think about that whole aspect, but I feel like I haven't really noticed that being. I don't know. There might have been another show I've watched that used like a different metric for years. I think they've talked about it in like Doctor Who. I think they've said like, well, in your Earth years, it would be this, and I think they've mentioned like other planets like in their years and stuff like that, and how they're longer and in different things like that within the storylines. So, but but yeah, obviously with Cortazar out there, they said he's able to tell that he's able to communicate with the proto molecule that's left, and soon enough he's going to be able to find it. So I'm guessing that's the sample that Naomi left alive, unless there is some still alive on like Venus or something. It also makes me wonder if you were to destroy, or is it possible, you know, the entity that Draper saw, right, that fought them, if that was protomolecule that made him able to be out there, like made that humanoid figure be out there without a vac suit and everything. Um, if he could Cortazar track that because it's also protomolecule, or is it from like a different strain of protomolecule so he wouldn't be able to trace it, you know? So I'm curious if like Cortazar is super important to the story, because even if it wasn't for the sample from Naomi, he might be able to lead us to the enemy, you know? So I don't know. Really, really interesting. But uh I don't want to do a super long discussion here, so the last thing I'm going to talk about here, I think, unless I might think of another thing, but is the whole storyline with Draper, right? We had her give her story the first time where she said that Earth fired first, and they won a war, and we need to go fight them. You know, that's basically her, like, normal stance. I do feel like maybe she held back what she really saw because she didn't think they'd believe her. And then when they drugged her up, they got the real story. And I got really bad vibes from the one guy. I wonder if I can find him. Clay Bennett is the actor's name. He's Lieutenant Commissioner Thorson. Okay. Um, yeah, so I'll write that down and try to remember. But yeah, okay, so that guy, Thorson, he gave me really weird vibes. I thought he was going to be trying to, like, I mean, he is spinning the story, but I thought he was going to try to spin the story in favor of Mars going to war. Even though I know most of the Martians have been peaceful so far, I think just, like, the calm, controlled, and, like, just the demeanor of the Martians just gives me, like, a really weird vibe sometimes. I really like the way they do those characters, too, because the way they are, they're very... I don't know. There's something about the Martians that are in higher command that just seem very robotic and just so much different. Like, honestly, she would hate for me to say it, but Draper feels so much more like an Earther than she does a Martian to me, because she's very passionate and eager and ambitious, whereas it feels like a lot of these higher rankers are just like go with the flow, keep the peace, you know, and like not jump to conclusions. And I like that, but it just felt so ominous the way he was questioning her. and all that it just gave me bad vibes. But then by the end of the episode, you know, he's saying, you need to tell the story that we shot first, it was a mistake or whatever, and we're not trying to go to war. And it basically seems like he's trying to stop the war. And maybe that's just the commands of his higher-ups and everything, but yeah, I wonder what Captain Martins, who heard that line about the guy without the vac suit, like Thorson said, I don't want to hear any more about that, but, you know, it seems like they're just trying to cover up the story, but it feels like I think they do believe it exists, right? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm really curious. We didn't really, other than seeing it again through Draper's perspective, we didn't really get to learn anything more about that entity, which is kind of sad. So anyway, this is a very, very good episode. I love just the intrigue and the power struggle between Fred and Anderson. Anderson kind of came in strong. Fred even nominated him to be like the face and everything, but Anderson is still just pushing his own agenda, you know, trying desperately to find that weapon and the secret weapon that he thinks is out there. And I don't think he's going to use it for anything good if he does find it. Although, I don't know, I mean, unless he does manage to keep Cortazar alive the whole time, I don't know that he could do anything with it, right? Like, if he doesn't have Cortazar, which, I mean, obviously he does now, so this is just rhetorical, but if somehow Cortazar gets killed or rescued or whatever, then I don't know that Anderson has any scientists, not to, like, stereotype or whatever, but scientists that would really know how to utilize it, other than just the fact that it's like a virus that's contagious. So, I mean, I guess if you brought that to Earth, it could spread pretty quickly. It'd be hard to contain. But yeah, so, interesting. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for me, guys. Hopefully this reaction was okay. I felt like I felt decent through the whole thing. It's just talking a little bit too much it gets me a little bit more tired, but I actually don't feel too bad right now, other than just being more congested than I normally get. For some reason, talking gets me congested. Like, if I'm sitting here doing nothing, my nose will be clear after taking medicine and everything. But as soon as I start talking, it just gets, like, super congested, so. But hopefully I did okay with this one. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Link in the description should be popping up on the screen, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.